Hola everyone, thanks for stopping by the Awesome Deck. Hope we're all awesome as always today. Just wanted to actually reach out to you with something fun and interesting rather than more talks about various dock units like we've been doing for the last week and a half or so. But I actually wanted to get into one of my first big projects. Kind of hit a point of a proof of concept last night, so I wanted to share that with everyone. It's kind of one of those things, back when I lived in Seattle, I worked at a porn shop on First Street. I was basically Seattle's late night premier boogeyman and sex mechanic for a number of years before I started working in the doctor's office. But the reason why I bring it up is back then people always used to tell me how much I looked like Kurt Cobain or Lane Staley, to the point that I just basically affectionately called myself Lane Cobain for a number of years. But the reason why I bring that up is, back in the 90s, there was a show on MTV when they played music, somewhat still, called Unplugged. And it got me to thinking, with all these docks, they're really good for getting data from your, Steam system to what's going on your big screen in your living room, probably to a television unit. But today I wanted to do something more interesting, I think, doing some virtual docking. So, as I said, we're going unplugged. We're not even going to have our JSAUX Dock involved today, other than for this little blurb here at the top. But what I'm going to actually be doing today is showing you two pieces of software that, when used together, will allow you to create a data bridge that will allow you to connect through your server system at home to your local PlayStation 5 that you keep with it on the same network from a remote cellular-based network that will be powering the Steam Deck unit. Now, this is only a proof of concept. I'm just sitting here in my office, but currently the topology of the network is going to be a hardwire connection coming to the laptop that houses my my Steam account, all my game files. So that is going to be our game server, our file server in this instance. And so that has a hardwire backbone connection that's fiber optic, and it ties into the same network through the hardwire Ethernet to my PS5 unit that's sitting literally right next to the laptop. But from there, though, after we do the initial connection and I show you that we have PS5 operating inside of Windows through OBS, then we will go ahead and up the ante a little bit, and I'm going to actually get the signal to broadcast, as said, through cellular transmission to the Steam Deck. So, to begin, we will start off with going into Steam, and we'll be looking for a program called Chiaki. In my listing, it was a program that is free to download. Now, Chiaki I have downloaded on my Steam Deck in addition to here on my desktop. But if it is played from my Steam Deck, it only connects to local networks. Everything has to be on the local network, right? So, knowing that that is a little bit of a factor, what we're going to do instead is first log into the PS5 through the local network at the computer itself, since we're sitting here. And so to do that, we would just, ultimately find the program from our library. And for me, I have one Chiaki, but this is my PC Bridge on PC, and I have the other Chiaki on my Steam Deck That is my Chiaki, I believe I have it just marked as Chiaki deck. But what we're going to do first is get logged in. So go ahead and hit the play button. And you'll see that there's an image of my PS5 right there. First thing we're going to have to do is click on it, and then we'll need to wake it up from its sleep state. Okay, once it's woke up, we can go ahead and click on it again. Alright, looks like we are up and running. So, let's go ahead and let's go into Death Stranding. I like Death Stranding, so we'll do that. Alright, so we'll go into Death Stranding, and if I can actually keep my controls on the... Yeah, alright, there we go. Keep the controls on the page. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and load a game. Alright, and you see we're back where we started the other day. Just take a look here really quick. Now this is the director's cut, which has included content from Cyberpunk and Half-Life series. So right here you can actually see a bike that is an homage to the bike that's an homage. So it's like a copy of a copy, or an homage of an homage to the bike from Akira that is also a bike from Cyberpunk now as well. And then there's these nice Valve trucks. If you ever play Death Stranding, these vehicles are the more higher tier ones. They have more durability and things like that, so good stuff. But we'll go ahead and we'll just stick with motorcycle. Woo! Alright. Let's see. What direction do we want to go? Let's... head north. Okay. So... we are heading north, and of course you can see probably a little bit better than the stuff I was showing off the other day, the various mile markers from my travels. Okay. And of course I have the music off to avoid any possible issues, and to keep it a little bit easier to hear what I'm saying. But I think we basically get the idea. We can see that it is indeed working, and if we want to make sure that I'm actually in Windows, well, here you go. Go right back to Steam. Even go ahead and let's see. Go back over here. But yeah, so you can see we are actually in the PC environment right now. So let's go ahead, and while we're taking the time to pause to show you that, let me do this, and we'll bring back up the big screen. so I can show you what the next step is. All right. So, you can go ahead and let's see. Capture Samsung. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So while we are here on the road, and we can see that we're here. Okay. So the reason this has got the red lights right now is because it is attached to my Steam account. But the other thing we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to go into Moonlight. And today, I want to show you, I've got nothing attached to the Cyber deck other than its own little portable dock. And this one also is not working right now. This is from J5 Creative or Creation or something like that. Anyways, J5's first part of it. But what I basically wanted to show you here with this is we're going to go into here. Let's do this on the big screen. Make it a little bit easier for everybody to see what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this program right here called Moonlight. And this is installed on my Steam Deck. Like I said, both these softwares, there's plenty of videos to watch already on YouTube, which is why I'm not making one first. I learned how to do this, put it on my systems from watching other people's videos. So I definitely wouldn't want to take away from people that helped me out. You can go take a look at their videos too. You certainly don't want to get all your information from just one source. I mean, I could be right about a whole bunch of things and wrong about even more. So it's good to discern all information. I'm very glad and happy that you're taking the time to listen to me ramble on and take my information in. But you don't need me for everything. So let's go ahead and we are going to hit play on the Moonlight. And then what this is saying is it's going to connect. Nevo deck is actually my laptop. Before I had the Steam Deck, it was the closest thing I had to one, and I actually had it named that before the Steam Deck got out. So anyways, let's go ahead and click on that, and then we see that we are here in our library, and so we are now in Moonlight. And so from here we are going to select Chiaki again, and so what you see right here happening on the screen is this is doing the handshake on the back end where no one can see. Like I said, we are unplugged, but we are far from not using any electricity. In fact, there's more electricity in the air right now than there probably has been on any of my videos. And then as you can see, I can go right from the point. Here, let me go ahead and bring up this screen so we can actually kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better. Get my nub back on my controller. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so as we can see, we also have the dock station, or the Awesome Decks custom controller. And I'll go ahead and click the button on that. And you'll see that we are in pink, which means that we are on my Steam account. I like to color code these so I know a little bit easier. But as you can see, different control, but everything works. Now this is a little bit a little bit janky, just a little. But we're playing a single player game, so it's not going to be the end of the world. But we are starting to get a little bit of distortion, so that is something to bear in mind. Heavy BT activity, but that's okay. We're almost to the end. There we are. Yeah, let's not hit that. Okay. Alright, so we got that. Now, oh, let's see. Okay. What is the issue here? Oh, there we go. My controller settings is on game. Might be it. There we go. Alright. Now, as stated, this is proof of concept, and it is not exactly 100% just yet, but it is working in pieces. Now once you go and turn on the moonlight, though, you see we will not be able to probably get reconnected. Yeah, we'll go blue, then we're pink, but now no go, right? And that's because we broke the association to a degree. Now, however, Steam Deck, it's just fine. Its association's good. Yeah, so on here, okay. But yeah, this is coming from my PS5. And just to prove that it's coming from the PS5, let's go ahead and pop that screen, go there. Alright, John Richards profile. He is Neobraska, that's totally me. Look for me on Twitch doing live streams. Do them for Death Stranding as the Highwayman. And we'll also start doing Cyberpunk live streams as well once I get my mods reinstalled. I had about 200 mods that need to be reloaded after the latest update. Something got corrupted, so I gotta redo that. But here we are. Totally have control, and then also, might actually help if I pay attention. But as you can see, this is a proof of concept, and just so you can tell. All right, so let's go ahead, and you can see that we are in the main library area too of the Steam Deck. So we can just pop right back out. So in this instance, if you wanted to, I could also be listening to my own music through my Plex account online. But you can also open a variety of tabs, and that'll still stay open. While you have anything here, you can open up multiple things. But the more you open, with especially when you're running things through a network, and I'm also running everything through an OBS system as well, so that's also the other reason why you're seeing a little bit of chunkiness, because it's having to do a lot of back and forth interpolation kind of work. So you would normally not experience quite this. But like I say, my main point of this video though is to do a proof of concept, show people that, you know, like, you don't even need a dock necessarily to do some amazing things, because we are quite literally going from a, let's see, let's open up my settings here, and my internet is showing I can enable the Wi-Fi. Well, let's see, yeah, actually, Wi-Fi was enabled, but you can see my normal connection, Google is here. I have not turned on yet, and we are going from my Galaxy S20 phone, doing the Wi-Fi broadcast from there, and that is being broadcast from my cellular data plan. So completely separate networks, if we look at that though, we've got our IPv4 information, all that kind of wonderful stuff. Okay, and let's see, I think that's pretty good for that, showing me that. But like I said, once we do that though, we are not able to get reconnected here. But in theory, that really wouldn't be too much of an issue. This is just kind of trying to show like the different levels of connection that are happening here. You can also, once you have JSAUX installed on your home PC, whether it be a laptop, desktop, whatever, what have you, whatever your home base unit is, your Steam Deck will be able to see those files if they're put in the favorites folder. So if you put your JSAUX for your PC in your favorites, then you can also come into the library. Let's do this. Come into the library, and in the favorites you just go over there, and that's where you'll see. So that's why you see JSAUX PC Bridge and then JSAUX right here. This is the I need to finish getting the artwork here. I'm going to put a folder up on my Google Drive with a whole bunch of art assets here for like JSAUX and Moonlight, a few other programs, and maybe even a few little Easter eggs included as well. But I should have that in the description by the time this video is posted. I don't know if all the stuff will be there, but you can always go back, double check the folder. I will keep it as a resource for as long as possible, and I don't plan on getting rid of my Google Drive anytime too soon, so it should be safe. But like I said, we can go through and look at everything that we have on favorites. Now this works both ways too, so if I have something listed as a favorite on my Steam Deck, when I go into my PC, I can also use those ones there as well. But it's seems to work much better going from like when you dial into the server rather than when you dial into the Steam Deck. But I've only been messing around with this for a couple hours and trying to make sure like exactly how it breaks and where it breaks and all that kind of stuff is. Because like I say, we're very early in the life cycle of all this stuff, and so I mean, I wanted to get this video out here today because I wasn't sure if anybody had even tried this yet. But I mean, it's very capable. You're just ostensibly using two routing softwares to route two just separate networks, which is just subnetting, and that's why I have this label as the JSAUX Bridge, is because it is quite literally bridging two foreign networks through one common landing point. And because of that, it almost seemed appropriate than anything to do a little bit from Death Stranding, since the game is about bringing things together and being a bridge. So with that said, I think we've had a pretty informative show here today, and I could sit here and ramble on and take more of your time, but I don't know what the point of that would really be. If you have any questions or concerns, if you'd like me to go back and do videos about installing Moonlight and Chiaki, I can if you really demand it. But as I said, there are quite a few videos already on YouTube, and the people who put those videos out are also very good creators. Maybe I might even list a few of them here in the description while I take the time to edit this whole thing and put it together. But other than that, I want to thank you all again for stopping by the Awesome Deck today. And once again, I hope you're all awesome as always, and have a wonderful week ahead. And if you have any questions or concerns or any other kind of feedback, do not hesitate. But other than that, you all have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow, and I will get back with you as soon as I possibly can with more awesome news, information, and all that other wonderful stuff. Talk to you soon.